Already. I know, it's
There's
great.
only one.
And here he is.
One.
Sorry. Hello, sir.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, look at that. We've
We've
got a
got a
Mr.
Mr.
Q
Q
in
as
the
well.
house.
That's right, the one and only.
Yeah, he is. He is the one and
All right.
only. What are we going to be doing today? Because I seem to remember I was reading it. It's Easter designs.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some Easter stuff, and then also in addition to that, I'm gonna do some other stuff as well. So not just mainly it's gonna be Easter stuff, but then I'll show you, how you can do other designs, so you can definitely adapt those if you wish to do so. Yep.
Super. Well, I'm looking at the chat, and here there's a lot of excited people waiting to get hold of some balloons because we've been doing a lot of business skills.
Oh
And
yeah.
Ready to flex those fingers.
here we go, right? We're going to hand over to you. We'll be here round and about. If we see any good questions from you guys, if you put them in there, if Juan doesn't see them himself, we'll throw them up in front of his face as he goes, okay?
And don't
So
forget to put
there's
those
no
gold
hiding.
nuggets up there as well.
Yeah, if you spot a nugget of gold, we want to see that gold heart, guys. Thank you very much. All right, enjoy.
Here we go.
Over
Okay.
to
Cool.
you.
All right. So let's go ahead and get going. Well, okay. So I think what I want to do is start with something simple, far as design you could use over and over. And what happens is. Uh, I've been to a few conventions teaching, and I've had the pleasure of teaching a few of my designs that I like to do over and over. That way you can go home and use them. But the more I start to do this, I realize that um, that there are so many people that do not know you like whatsoever, and so I think that's a very interesting thing. And think you would have taught something just one or two times and that would be good enough. No, it has to be taught several times so a lot of people can get to experience, because people are at different levels. So with that being said, I guess we should go ahead and do some twisting a little bit, kind of, sort of. Yes. All right, cool. um, and the other thing, as we get started twisting here, actually the design I'm going to teach is going to be a Pikachu design that's super easy to do. And then we'll talk about how you can turn it into different things with different balloons, including, because we're talking about Easter, how you can use it to make a bunny if you wish to do so. All right. So let's go ahead and get ready to do that. For my Spanish speakers, I'll do my best also, because that's another thing I wanted to do is speak a little bit of Spanish. And so hopefully I'm not gonna try to throw off too many people while we're doing this, but there we go. So to my Spanish speaking people, bienvenidos. Ya sé que mi español no es muy bien, pero lo estoy practicando porque quiero hacer unos videos en español también. Okay, so but to start with this design, okay, there we go. And do you notice right now, this is so funny, because I'm on my channel teaching, and when you're here doing it and you don't think like there's a direct audience on the other side, um, it's one of those things where you feel like you're just doing it by yourself and people aren't seeing it just because you don't see the group. It feels a little bit intimidating this time, but it's still like really exciting too, though. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the ears. Okay. Estos van a ser van a ser las orejas del Pikachu. Okay. Y luego vamos por los brazos. Okay. There we go. But I won't do I may or may not do the whole thing like that in Spanish. I think that might be a big commitment to try to do it all, but where I can here and there, I will. Okay, so let me go ahead. So what I did, you see, I did one bigger than the other. If you size them up, you can see. There we go. Ready? And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure. See this here to here? There we go. So now this is longer than this. Okay. Mira cómo lo medí. Que está más largo un poco. Y aquí vamos a poner las piernas o los pies. So once we get like down here, we can do our feet, or this case it's going to be the feet. Okay, so we'll do about 3 fingers there. There we go. And we'll do another. And now you can give this a little shape there. Okay. And for some of you guys, you know, especially my state people, we've been in a few conventions together. Before I move forward, I should say hi to you guys. Thank you very much. And before we move forward on this as well, dude, I cannot believe this. I did not pay attention to the time, and I put out the video, and I was like 10:30 Pacific time, and that was wrong. It was 10:30 Central time. So my apologies to you guys. You saw it, and now you're sitting there thinking like, oh no, I got to wait till 10:30. No, it's already started. So anyway, so this is what we have so far. This is the first part of the balloon, okay? And we're gonna go to our second piece. All right, now as we get ready to add the second balloon in here, don't tie it off. Just inflate it, and I'll show you in just a moment how much. Okay, there we go. So you can see I got a lot of balloon left over here, and I'm not tying it off because I can go ahead and wrap it in here. All right, there we go. And I wrapped it down here at the feet. Okay, ahí lo metí, no lo amarré, nomás lo metí aquí abajo y mira cuánto queda. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're going to twist it in up here where our arms were. All right. Now, when I do this, though, I am going to make this segment, this new one, I'm going to make it a little bit longer, okay? No son, no sé si pueden ver o si entiende, pero no son iguales los dos. Y a veces el nuevo que va entrando está más largo, un poco, okay? There's a reason for that, okay? La razón es que quiero poner sus brazos aquí. Okay, you see what I did? I just rolled him down like that, his little arms, all right? And now we get to make the face, all right? And it's very easy to do. And for any of you guys that ever got any of my tutorials, you'll see that I really like to use this design like a lot. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a bubble, and then I'm gonna do a second bubble, and I'm going to pinch twist number 2, okay? Alrighty. And you know what? I don't know the word for pinch twist in Spanish, doggone it. And I'm not looking at the comments. It's tempting to want to look down and see what's being written, but I will refrain. I'll just keep teaching you guys, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the front of the balloon like this. Around, around, and come right back to the pinch twist. Alrighty? I'm going to do it now. And now we can twist into there. Okay, there we go. Now we can get rid of this. Don't need that. That's for you guys. There you go. A little souvenir. All right. Little 2-point souvenir. All right, so there we go. So now we have ourselves the good start, or as far as the structure goes, ready for the Pikachu. And now we can go ahead and turn it into the Pikachu by drawing on it. And the good news about a Pikachu, you know, and for some of these Pokemon type characters is that the art is pretty darn easy. So one thing that I didn't mention, you know, I was talking about, you know, not having any printed balloons, but you have to draw like a little bit. So I'm going to use a black marker to do most of the artwork. Excuse me. Back up. You know. All right. So because the tips of the ears are black, that could take all day if we wanted to like block all that off. We're not going to do that, okay? I'll show you the shape that I put on here, and then I'll block it. It's almost like a half circle. You see that? Oops, let me bring it up there so you can see. Ready? Now we can fill that little baby in. Block it, and there we go. Okay, I think we're all set. Okay, so that's going to be our ears there, and then we'll go ahead and go down to the face, and the face is going to be drawn right across this portion right here. Okay, so let's go and do that now. Now to line up the eyes, if you decide what you're going to do, I'm going to go straight down from where I drew the tips of the ears. I'm going to go straight down. Okay. Alrighty, good. Just want to make sure you guys can see it. I know that, you know, I may hold up to the camera there and feel like I'm taking my time or you know, not going as fast as I should. But I just want to make sure that I'm trying to be mindful of everybody being at different skill levels. You know, if you just got into this and you're checking it out, you've never been to, any kind of convention before. This might be your first try for it, so I don't want to mess you up and start just jamming out, going crazy, and trying to cram everything into an hour and a half. And so there's the face so far. Okay. And now we can move to our red, so we could do our cheeks because he has this cute little blush, and then the mouth. All right. So let's go and do that now. There we go. Wow, this is exciting stuff, isn't it? I guess, you know what? This is what I get for not looking at the comments while I'm drawing, because I think that would have been the time. But I guess you got to choose, right, which one you're going to do. But in this, during this time when we're hanging out together, I am going to, there you go. I'm going to make a design based on the, from the Blackpool Balloon Bash that I went to, actually. I think some of you guys already know. And you might even comment you might even comment about it, like, yeah, I think you will. All right, so there it is. I did the little eyes. Now pay attention. A thing to make note of here for the eyes is, you notice that it comes across. You got to remember that in this character, the pupils are white, which is the thing. Only in like a Pikachu character, like normally, like in most cartoon designs, the eyes are, the pupils are black, and so in this case, they made them white little pupils, and it's pretty darn cute, pretty easy to do. So there it is right there. There's our first design. Hopefully you made it through it. No problem. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Thumbs up if you made it. Yes. And if you didn't, play it back. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next design. See ya, Pikachu. Pika. All right. So let's talk about, I want to talk about for a second how we can use that design to do something else. We can jam out actually a lot of different things from it. So let me show you another easy design that you can make from that. And then the third design we'll make from that is going to be a little bunny, in case you haven't figured out already that you can make a bunny. And then we'll build off of that. All right. So the next design I'm gonna use to make is I'm gonna use, because again, I'm thinking about like what can we jump to like right away that's easy to do, and I've used this example before, is a balloon frog that you can make from this. Maybe a lot of people aren't asking you for a balloon frog, but in case they do, I just want you to make sure you have this kind of stuff like ready to go that that you can make based on that concept that you saw, where the face was going around that we drew on for the Pikachu. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Oops, wrong one. Got my things mixed up there. Green is what I wanted right there. All right. So yeah, I originally was twisting with, there you go. I was actually originally twisting like just for fun. Good golly, I was such a slacker. Like when I first started like twisting, I didn't get serious actually until I went on to Balloon Twister Central. I had no idea that there's this tremendous community. It's my wife actually. She was on there, and she's always like got the lead on things. Something that could be cool or popular. Not me. I'm like out in space, like doing my own thing, not even like paying attention like I should be. So anyway, so let's start to twist this, and I'll keep talking about that. So we're gonna start with a couple loops here. There we go. So this is going to be our feet. So, with the Pikachu, we had started from the top and we went down. And so, excuse me. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom and go up. Yeah, started from the bottom. You know it. Okay. So that we got our little torso area there, and then we got our arms again. You can decide how big you want the arms to be. I think I feel pretty good about those arms. They're looking good. All right. There you go. Let me go ahead and hang there just for a second, because I'm acting like I'm twisting at a gig. You just start chatting with people and twisting, and Rupert, I will call you Rupert. He was talking about that, where you're not even looking at what you're doing. Instead, you're just talking to the person. And this is very true. The more you do it, your repetition, you get really good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add the yellow, and we will, again, don't tie it off, okay? Because you can twist it right in where the legs are. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that back up again. So right here, we're gonna just wind it in there. There we go. And again, not the same size. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna make this one a little bit longer. Okay. And you see, we're almost where we were with the Pikachu, like at this time. Does that make sense? Kind of, sort of. Okay. All right. So now we can roll these little arms down. There we go. Good. See? Now, before this was the ears, right? This is going to become the eyes now, the yellow balloon instead. Okay. So let's go and do that now. I'm going to do about probably like three or four fingers. I don't want the eyes like way up there. Now we can go ahead and twist them. You know, the Dominic and Keith, they bring up a good point about, you know, especially like for twisters, you know, if you're primarily twisting, you could get so caught up on the creative side that you forget about like the business side. And so, you know, I know math probably doesn't get you fired up, at least in the sense of, you know, my return on investment. I never hear, no balloon artist ever leads with, or balloon twister, excuse me, ever leads with, oh, you know, the return on investment on that balloon. You think like, oh my Lord, let me get out of here, please, like as soon as possible. But you do it, you know, the longer you stay in this, if you actually want to make a living at this and you know, really do something with it, you would have to, you know, get in on that and be real mindful of, you know, how much each balloon costs, your time. You don't undervalue your time. You know, I think that's very, very important. And when you start to break down, you know, how much does a balloon cost versus how, you know, the return on investment for when you're done making it, right? Mr. Jerome, excuse me, he commented in one of my tutorials, and he said, you know, I was talking about the artwork for the face on a balloon that I had just done, and he's like, "Are you kidding me? Like the whole balloon's like freaking. That's the artwork, you know. The drawing on it's like the embellishment, you know." And so that was an interesting point. You know, that's true. We get caught up in it because we see this as something we normally do. So, but for everybody else, you know, it could be really amazing for them. So. Don't undervalue yourself. So anyway, so I got a bubble. And I'm going to do another bubble here. We'll pinch twist that. And we'll go right around just like we did before. You see that? Okay, looks good. Looking good. Get rid of that. There we go. Toss that away.
One, there's a question there,
Okay.
which is really interesting. It says, do you usually memorize the step while twisting?
Oh, this step that I'm doing right now?
Yeah, do you memorize all the steps while you're twisting?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
do you make it up?
I mean, well, you know, okay. So what's interesting about like, you know, memorizing steps and stuff like that is, you know, the more often you do it, you can realize whether or not this pattern is going to be to your advantage, or can you use it to make other stuff. So yeah, absolutely. You know, you committed. What'll happen is it becomes subconscious, you know, after a while, because you've done it so many times, and so you don't have to, you know, worry about like, oh, can I make this happen? You know, a lot of times you'll be able to realize like right away, like, oh, I could do that or I can't do that. I need to do this a different way, you know? And so, yeah. So just, it ends up coming down to, you know, patterns and repetition. You know, a lot of times people don't realize they can do something until they practice it enough. And so I think what happens is you've, not to sound cliche, but you have to be afraid to fail or be terrible at something. So in order for you to get good at it, you know, no one goes in right away, like great at something, you know, I think, or maybe like, falling. I guess everybody's good at that because there's no turning back. There's no alternative. So anyway, yeah, hopefully that answers the question. But let's go ahead and draw on this. There you go. Ready? And so I'm just going to do a little marks to give him his little zits there. There we go. We'll do another one on that side. So yeah, so what would happen is, you know, to expand on that a little more is I would have this on the menu, and then I'd be able to see it right away as well. You know, so I can reference that, and then I realize like, oh, okay, this, and that. You know, these 5 designs are pretty much made the same way. And now I'm just switching up the colors a little bit. And that's what's going to happen with the bunny here in a minute. We're going to just, we can switch up the colors. We'll talk about, doing a 2-balloon bunny, or we could do a single balloon bunny as well. We've been to events like that where sometimes you just got to be a balloon factory, And so let's go ahead and just give him a little smile here. Just real basic, okay? And then we'll give him his little eyes here. And what's nice is, sometimes when you got more time with some of these things, is you can do stuff like if you wanted to add little balloon pupils, you could. But you see, otherwise, he is ready to go. And if you practice this and do a real time on it, you realize how fast this design can be. So there you go, right there. So you do them enough times, you'll definitely be committing these to memory, and you'll be knocking these babies out. And guess what? This frog is ready to bounce. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our next design. Let's do a bunny. So let's do the bunny with, let's do them with 2 balloons, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do them from a single balloon. Okay. So I'm going to grab let's do a couple of, let's do a couple white balloons. We'll do that. There we go. Alrighty. And so we're gonna start the we can start like the Pikachu. And what's nice about this, you can start like the frog or the Pikachu. It will be up to you, because the design at the end ultimately is not going to have the tail. So just remember that when you do this type of design. And we'll do a variation on a few bunnies, because it's always nice to mix it up a little bit as well. All right. But for that variation on the bunny, what we'll do is we'll put them on top of like a wand or something. Okay. Not a wand, but a wand. So let's go ahead and start with that, shall we? So we'll start with our little ear portion here. Las orejas. Yeah, okay. And then we'll go right to our arms. There we go. Oh, also like to hear, because I'm not looking at the comments. My apologies, because I just want to make sure that I'm doing this for you guys. And like I said, it's very tempting to want to like look down and read everything. But please let me know in the comments. Is this so far? Is it easy to follow along? I just want to make sure that you're not getting like messed up here while you're watching, and you're like, no, you're going too fast. Slow down, please. Please slow down. And then if you plead and beg enough, I'm sure I will. All right, so let's go ahead and make the little body here. And his little legs on the bottom. And because we have some balloon left over here, see that? Got his little legs there. We can turn this piece that we have here left over, we can turn it into a tail. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll turn it into a little tail. So what happened, I just to go back, let me get rid of that. There you go, another one. All right. You guys are going to have a lap full of balloons when it's all over. So what happened when we started doing this whole balloon thing, I'm going like just way back to where I was as I was talking about, all of this stuff, is originally I was trying to do like magic tricks and stuff like that. And the lady that was there, she knew what was up. Like we went there and let me go ahead and twist that. Actually, I'm not tying it. I'm just going to twist it in or wrap it in here. Okay, our little legs there. There we go. But she knew what was up. She was like, I was trying to buy some magic tricks, and she was all like, an early version of Amazon. She was all, if you like magic tricks, you might also like balloons. What do you say? And she, peddled out the Joe Leffler, ballooning made easy, with the cut off finger gloves and all that stuff. Yeah, man, I was making a bear on a motorcycle. Damn, I was on top of the world when I made a bear on a motorcycle. So that was super cool. Actually, I was pretty pumped about that. But anyway, let me go ahead and keep talking about this as I talk about that. So I just went up here. I made sure this was longer than this one down here. Now we can put our little arms on there. Okay. See, so what'll happen is you'll be able to make yourself. You don't already have like some bunny that you like. Some bunny. Oh. Anyway, a bunny that you like. You can make this one. All right. So you see, now I can do this little portion right here where I make the face, bubble, bubble, pinch twist. And you guessed it, we're going to go around. Yes, we're going to go around the front here. There it is. And we'll twist them right inside here. There we go. Good. Okay. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this. Don't need that. Another balloon for your lap. You got it. Oh, that one almost got stuck on the camera or on the phone. All right, so there it is right there. You can see, pretty darn easy to do. And you know, I did it all in white, but you could definitely mix up the colors. And, you know, you can make your first color here that you did, it could be a different color. And then you could come in with the white and do the belly and the, the belly and, yeah, pretty much the belly and the little tail. You could do those in white if you wish to do so, but everything else would be in a single color, so, or another color. Matter of fact, we should probably do that. Would you agree? Yes? Let's do that, okay? Let's go ahead and do it really quick because I think it'll be a nice thing to do instead of just doing it all in one color. All right, so let me go ahead and put that bunny down, and then I will draw on the, I'll draw on the next one, okay? Does that sound good? Yes? Okay, all right. All righty, Bunny, sorry, you must join Pikachu and the frog. All right, okay, let's do it. Let's get our white balloon out. And what we'll do is we'll go for a pink one, shall we? Okay. We'll go for pink and then white, and we'll be good to go. Okay. But you'll see again. You'll see how easy it is. So here, there. All right. And this one we're gonna start at the bottom, and we'll go up. Okay. Just because of the color and where we're gonna end. All right. So sometimes you gotta think about it in your head. Okay, where's the end spot? And that'll determine, kind of where you're going to start, for it. So there we go. Let's do that now. Let's go with our little legs there. Good to go. Okay. I remember my friend told me once upon a time when he ran over a rabbit. I promise you, it's not a sad story. He ran over a rabbit and he went over to go look at it, and his wife, she came running up to him, you hit the rabbit, and she ran back to the car and she came back, and they had a little can and they shook it and they sprayed it, and the rabbit jumped up and he ran off, and the husband looked at the can and goes, "Well, what's that?" "Here's hairspray." "All right, calm down. All right, here we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going, shall we? No more jokes. Time to be serious. All right, so let's go ahead and so we started from the bottom here. There we go. And we got our little body there, and we got our legs. Now we can make our ears. There we go. See that? So far, so good. Yes. All right. So before we make the face, before we do that whole bubble pinch twist go around thing, now we can add in our white balloon, and we'll end up with the old. Because of the color, look at that. It could be an Energizer bunny, I guess. I don't know. So I'll let you decide. All right. So because I do want it to have like a little white tail, I'm gonna go ahead and make a little bubble here. You guys like how I just, earlier I was talking about speaking in Spanish, and now I feel like I've gone so far away from it that now that if I do. It's going to seem silly at this point. Yes? No? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so I guess I should talk about it just for a second, but let me go ahead and put this up in here just for a second. There we go. Okay. Empecé con el blanco aquí porque le quería dar una colita. Bueno, ya pueden ver lo que iba a hacer, pero yeah, so I went and put a little tail there, okay? And then I'm going to twist it right in here. There we go. So yeah, so now I have just sprinkled a little bit of Spanish in there. So anyway, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the little arms down here again like we did before. Okay, voy a meter los brazos así. Y de ahí le va a salir el pecho un poco. Pero está bien porque ahorita lo vamos a poner en la cara aquí y luego, bueno, no va a poder salir o no se va a caer no sé, estoy seguro cómo decirlo muy bien. Okay, skip that. Maybe I'll try Spanish again some other time. So, yeah, no. So what I was trying to say is that that you don't have to worry about the little chest part like bulging out there, about it coming out or anything like that, because you know, we got this part of the face coming around the front there. Okay, so we got a bubble, second bubble, okay, and then we'll do a pinch twist there. All right, and we'll do just like we did before. We're gonna go around the front here. All right, there we go. Give it a nice little squish there, and we'll twist that around there. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty. So there it is. Now, you know, I want to talk about, you know, my my history, like of doing all this stuff. You know, I was in the Army when I started doing all this stuff, and I'll talk about it as I get ready to draw on this. But yeah, I was in the Army, and you know, we saw a magic show on TV. That's what it was. Why I even tried to do magic or balloons or any of that stuff, and I wasn't very good at like at the business of this. You know, I was all like, you know, the art. It's the art. You know, that I was kind of like that, and so that's why I say that's real important for some of us, that, you know, we get hung up on coming up with the designs, is to also don't neglect like your business piece of it, because that's what's gonna, you know, pay the bills at the end of the day, is you you know, being smart about how you do your business. There you go. Okay. All right. And so for the eyes, I'm gonna do these little cute eyes. There they go. There's one eye. Yay. And we don't want him to be a little Cyclops bunny, so we'll go ahead and... I always like to ask the kids silly questions like, do you want one eye, two eye, or three eyes? Huh? What do you think? A little Chernobyl bunny? And the parents think that's kind of interesting. Or my friend used to ask if they wanted their dog in regular or unleaded. And the parents are like, you're ridiculous, you know. Or he would also ask if you know, if I remember we'd be out on the sidewalk and my buddy would be there, and he would, you know, see somebody walking their dog, and he'd ask if it came in standard or manual, you know, like silly questions like that, you know. But don't pass up those opportunities, you know, to ask things like that, you know, that'll make them shake their head for a second, and for anybody else hearing it realize the absurdity, and you know, just be entertained by it, you know. So but anyway, there's the little face. Ta-da. Like I said, a little cutie, a little easy one there. But you can see all from that. Let me bring it back, and then we'll look at the variations. And that's why I wanted to point out here that one little thing can go like a long way into making your design. So anytime somebody asks you, can you make this or that, you don't have to start biting your nails. By the way, don't bite your nails, okay? There's a lot of germs under there, all right? But yeah, you know, hopefully you'll have like a little explosion of ideas, and you'll be like, oh, I can make that. I can make that. I can make that. And you can say, man, why would you just want that little, you know, easy thing that you asked for when you can have this, you know? So, but let me bring those back up again so you can see all the different variations that we did here. There we go. See, so far, just from the Pikachu, you know, that just that little concept there, we went to the bunny, which was all one color if you wanted. But we went, you know, we went ahead and did our frog that way, and then also we were able to do our little bunny with two colors that way. Okay, so hopefully you got a little something out of that. But now let's talk about how we can use that little bunny idea and do a variation on the bunny, and how you can like dress it up a little bit on what is, you know, typically seen as easy design, and you can again just dress it up. But I mean dress it up, I mean like actual good, you know, dress up, not like lipstick on a pig. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? let's grab our, here it is. Okay. So in this one, I'll just tell you what it is because I didn't make it ahead of time. It is going to be a bunny like on a carrot wand. Okay, just so you know. All right. So let's do that now. There we go. So I'm going to do a. We're going to have his little. This is going to be like his little face area here, and then we'll twist a couple bubbles here. So this will be like his cheek. And so some of you guys, you may already do like a type of bunny like this, okay? So this is good. So I just wanted to make sure that if you already do, that you can make this addition to it. Alrighty, so we're gonna go down here, have his little body. There we go. Alrighty, and we don't need all of that, so we'll get rid of this. There you go. Another one, there you go. Alrighty. Okay, so this is what we started out with. Okay. Alrighty. And I will make him, we'll make him blue, a blue bunny. All right. Let's see, pale blue. There you go. Actually, I prefer the robin's egg, but pale blue will do. All right. So there we go. I think that's going to work. Okay. So also, anytime you don't have to tie a balloon, especially if you already made something ahead of time where this can twist in or wrap in, do so, okay? Because you want to cut down on your time. I'm sure Stephanie's going to talk about that. By the way, her class is the next class, Stephanie's class, just so you know, okay? Stephanie Morris, tremendous, super good twister. Don't miss her class, all right? Stay up if you have to. If you lose your job, it'll be worth it, all right? Anyway, here we go. We're going to wrap this in here. So I just wrapped it in this this neck area here, alrighty, and we're gonna do a little arm, a little leg. There we go. Oh, before I get ahead, please again chime in. Let me know. Hey, bro, slow down, talk less, like that kind of stuff. Okay, and I will. I just want to make sure that you guys, come here and be like, bro, now I know why I was free. So here we go. Look, we got another leg there. And his other little arm. And now we twist it in at the old neck area there. There we go. Okay. Good. So that's what we have so far. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up the back here so that way we can give ourselves our little back of the head and our ears. Ready? So we go here. There. See that? Okay. And now I'm going to lock this. I definitely don't want to lose it. Okay. Just pull it through there. You'd hate to get all the way there. I'll tell you, nothing makes you look worse like than when you're trying to twist and you're trying to do fast and then you forget to lock something and it comes undone on you. At least that's how I feel. I always feel like that people look at you or they have these they might have this inner dialogue like, oh my Lord, this chump. Like, now I know why he's twisting balloons. So let me talk about this. I just twisted it in here. There we go. So look at what I did here. I just twisted in that portion there. Was the back of the head. And then I get this big old piece hanging out the front there. Obviously, I don't need all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. There we go. Get rid of that. And you know what? I'm keeping this one. Just because I don't have to clean it up off the floor now. All right. So hide that away. See you. Okay. Now what we can do is we can bring this up in between the ears there for our face. There we go. Just tucked it inside there. Okay. So there, you can see. Right? Now you notice that your boy's missing a nose. We get out a nose. Okay. So grab a little bit of a pink balloon. Alrighty. Oh, and you know what? Okay, so that's one of the perks for this, having the balloon convention be, here versus, you going to an actual convention. I mean, pros and cons for both, but one cool thing about this is that if you need to go back and rewatch it, you totally can, you know, because normally, like if I were teaching a class at a convention, what I would do is I will make the design all the way through, and then we'll go through like, you know, step by step. But in this case, because you can go back and rewatch it, I don't got to do that. So that's kind of nice. So let's go ahead and tie this. So I have a little bubble here, and this is going to be his nose. All right. There we go. And let me go ahead and chop that little baby off. We don't need that. If you want to bite it, you can. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, bro. Not right now, anyway. People get mad at you if you start biting those balloons off. I highly, I would definitely say don't think about it anymore, especially these days, because you know, as soon as you do, if you start inflating balloons by mouth and all that stuff, man, people start, you know, they're gonna get a little itchy around you. All of a sudden, like, excuse me, you know, all of a sudden they have developed a cough. Don't take your chances. You know what I mean? Don't mess around. So let's go ahead and add it to a wand. Well, I think we might have a question coming in. Yes, go ahead. Oh, pardon me. I was listening. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of. Actually, I'm going to do 3 loops, and then we'll go ahead and add them to the little carrot here in just a moment. Okay, so there's 3. Actually, let's see. So 1, 2, and number 3. Okay. So this is what we have so far. You got it? 3. Now we have all this balloon left over here. We can use that to anchor our little bunny to it. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. Pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and chop this off. By chop it off, I mean break it off. All right, so now what I can do is bring your little boy back, and we're gonna put him right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna feed it through here. There we go. So I'm just feeding it through the back there. There we go. Now I can really attach it on there, snap that away. Okay, there we go. So this is what we have so far. And now the last piece we can use for it is we can get our orange balloon, and we can go ahead and make a carrot for it. And we'll be good to go. And so now I can go ahead and loop this baby, tie it off. There we go. And now we can go ahead and chop this off. I don't need all this extra piece here. So I just made a big loop is all I did. Got it? Okay. And I'll put that down there. There we go. That's where it belonged anyway. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it right here. There we go. All right. And I always say that anytime you're in this predicament, you can always talk about the balloon always starts with kiss. And you go, mwah. And then you can start to exaggerate all your movements, the way you talk, just like this. Are you sure? The balloon has swallowed me. Look, I'm in its mouth. All right. So here we go. Let me go ahead and attach it. Look right here. There we go. Right over the bubbles there. Twist, twist, twist. And you can do this portion here any way you like to wind it. I'm going to show you how I normally do it. I'm actually going to grab it at the end down here. You see that? There's the little boy down there, and then here's this. And I'm going to twist my hands in opposite directions. See that? And it's going to wind on its own. Okay. All right. And we'll flip it over. And we can do it again. Okay. There you go. And then if you want to go one last time, you definitely can. If you want to, if you definitely want to go, actually wind it around even more. Be my guess. It'll be up to you. Just depends on how long you have. Really. All right. So check it out. There it is. Let me turn it this way. Oh, maybe you can see it now. Oh, there we go, right there. Okay. And what's nice about this, you know, like people have had like a debate about this, like for their balloon designs, where they say don't make swords because you know the kids are going to fight with them. You know, about every time I make this, instead of them saying, "Oh, look at this cute bunny," they flip that thing down in 5 seconds and it's off to the races. You know what I'm saying? So, so please, you know, watch out with those designs like that, son. But I think the kids will turn anything into a weapon. I've seen it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and draw little whiskers on the bunny, and we'll put little eyes on here. And I'll hold it up for you to see. There it is, right there. Hold them up there. Super easy to do. Ready? Okay. And let me go ahead and put that away. I think we're good to go there. All right, so let's move on to another design. Let me go ahead and put that little buddy away, little bunny away. There you go. All right. So, oh, actually, before we move forward, I want to talk about the next one. I'm going to show you about how combining those two concepts from the one we showed earlier to the body that we used from the wand. So let's go ahead and look at that. Let me go ahead and do that now. Actually, you know, I feel silly because um, I'm back. Right. I keep talking a couple times, like if I'm moving to a transition in a video because I'm usually doing like YouTube videos and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to use this body, but we'll use this face. Does that make sense? And then when we do that, we end up making a single balloon out. When we want to make like a quick bunny. All right. Let me go do that real quick so you can see it. Again, I just want to make sure that you have these ideas. You can like pump them out and figure out like what you want to do with them. All right. So let me just do for I use pink again, and then we'll talk about a bunny on an Easter egg. Really easy to do. So let me go ahead and get up. There we go. There we go. Let's see. One. So we'll start with the ears, and we'll do the body, and then we'll end with the face. Alrighty. So look at that. We got our. There we go. There we go. So there we are. So right now, so we got our ears, we got our body, and then we're gonna go around with our arm, leg, arm, and then we'll finish with the face. Huh? What do you think? Okay, kind of, sort of. All right, so let's do that now. We got bubble, bubble, and so when you get down here, look at this. You can put it right inside there. Okay. Another one. Bubble, bubble. There we go. Great. And then we're back at this portion right here. Look at that. See? Isn't that pretty easy to do? I'll go ahead and spin it around for you. Okay. So again, we started up here, we did our body, and then we went around making our little arms and legs, and then we're back up at the neck area. That's where we want to be. All right. So bubble, pinch twist. There you go. Pinch twist right there for that second one, okay? And then we just go around. And just like that, you got yourself a little bunny that you can make pretty easy to do. And let me go chop that off. Woo! I'll do that one too. Maybe. There we go. Got it. Okay. Alrighty, look at that. And now you can draw on it. So, let me go ahead and bring it this way. Excuse me. I was bringing it that way. Camera's not over there. All right, so let's draw on it real quick. Again, keeping the face super simple because I'm trying to be mindful of how long is this going to take. If I'm trying to hurry up and make one of these, for somebody. But also because the design is so simple, it's one of those things that you don't have to think about it too much because you've made it so many times. And so when that happens, you get to just run your mouth nonstop when you're twisting balloons for people. Alrighty, so go ahead and add the little nose there. There we go. And we got our little mouth with our whiskers, all that fun stuff. Yep, yep, yep. You know what I learned from magic actually is I twist this and draw on it is it really helps, when you're hanging out with somebody. Look at that face. That it looks pretty darn identical again to the other one because I've just been drawing it so many times. You know what I'm saying? You know it if you've done something like a lot of times, right? You get used to it after a while and you know what to do. All right, so there it is right there. I'll hold it up there just for a second for you to study it. Are you done studying? I'll take your silence as a yes. Good. Okay. All right. Let's move forward, shall we? We'll let that little bunny hit the road. All righty. So let's go ahead and move forward with another design. Oh, you know what I just noticed? I'm looking at the screen. My name is down there. Look, everybody. My name is right there. Ooh la la. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward, shall we? Let's make that little bunny on the egg. Actually, I'm not going to show him there on the screen. I'm just going to go ahead and make him so that way you can see him. Okay. So this is the rounds part. We haven't really done anything with rounds yet, so we're going to go ahead and do something with rounds. Right, meow. Okay, that's what my cat would say. Meow. All right. So let's go ahead and use. Let's make a yellow egg. Now, like when we were asked about like doing stuff for this class, I was like, all right, we're gonna do Easter, and I'm gonna be right on time. And guess what? It looks like we're gonna have Easter in our living room. But nonetheless, you can still make these designs, okay, and adapt them to whatever you want. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's go ahead and inflate. I'm going to inflate my round balloon here. This can be my egg. Ready? There you go. Tie that baby off. Looking good. Normally, like when you're doing like a decor piece, you're not going to want this. Just as for anybody who's thought about doing decor, you're probably not going to want this to be fully inflated like this, where it starts to become teardrop egg-like. Okay, but in this case, it's okay because we want it to be an egg. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do that now. Let me go ahead and add the or get this. There we go. We'll make a little white bunny. All right. So again, I'm going to come back to to where I've come, like far as I've been balloons. I was talking about the doing magic and doing balloons and being in the army and being a slacker, all that stuff. So so what happened is, I ended up working at a warehouse, and I was still trying to do like this kind of business like on the side, and and one day my wife says to me, she goes, I think you should stop. She goes, I really think you're like just blowing on our money on stupid like props. At this time I wasn't even like, it would have been worse. Things would have compounded if we were buying balloons too. But no, I'd be buying like magic props or videos and stuff like that, and my wife would be like, "Bro, what are you doing? You're not doing anything with this," because again, I was telling you, I wasn't good at this like business piece of it. So she says to me, she goes, maybe you stop doing this, and I was like, because I like, I'm not actually like good at it. She goes, no, you're actually like decent at doing like magic tricks and stuff like that, but you'd never get hired, and so that's the time when you start smelling your armpits. You're like, is it me? What's the deal? But no, she was saying like we weren't getting business doing it. So anyway, as I do this, I'm gonna connect these two right here, right, and she says, and so I told her, I was like, dude, this I guess this is just now I look back on it like, holy macaroni, like what timing. So we're gonna start with a bubble and then a pinch twist here. Remind me, okay? Let me go ahead and go back and forth here as I keep twisting. So I did a bubble, pinch twist, and then we'll go right around here. Ready? There we go. So now we got our little ears. There we go. Okay. So now we have our little bunny on the sitting on top of the egg so far. Well, at least his little head, right? But we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the body as well. All right. But as we start to do that, look, we're gonna do a bubble, squish. We'll do another pinch twist. There we go. Yeah. So what happened is the newspaper. What's that you say? There used to be this big piece of paper with a bunch of writing on it. Yeah, actual newspaper came to your house for SeaWorld. Yes, the place that treats their animals the best. Anyway, they actually were wanted people to go and audition. You know, and it was like calling all jugglers, musicians, magicians. You know, come do your thing. We're gonna judge you. You know, and I was like, dude, knowing me, low self esteem me, like, oh, can I do this? I actually went there. I took, you know, they said, yeah, you think you can do it. Come on down. And so I told my wife because I had just got done reading that. I said, I'll tell you what, if I am not hired by SeaWorld because you know I got to go audition for them, then I will stop doing this. And I realized, you know, I was definitely putting all my eggs in one basket, but I was like, dude, I'm just going to go for it. And I went there, and it was oh, excuse me. There you go. Pardon me, guys. I get caught up in running my freaking mouth that I forget to show you like what's going on. Pinch twist. So now, right now, I'm going to make the little back legs. There we go. And so it makes little legs there. There we go. Ooh, don't you look at that bottom. All right, so now what I can do is I can make his little arms there. There's a little arm and there's another little arm right there. There we go. Oops. There we go. So I made his little arms there. So I'll do is I'll go around. So I'm going to go around and in this of all the pieces of this design, what's going to happen is this is going to feel like it's going to be a tight fit, but don't worry about it because the balloon is so underinflated. You should be okay. Alrighty. So I'm bringing this around the front of the design, and it's going to twist back into this pinch twist back here. Okay. So pull on it, and you're going to see it's going to lift the little bunny's head off of it. It was like laying on there. It's going to get lifted off now. Ready? So I'm going to go ahead and back here to the pinch twist. Sweet. Then every once in a while, there's little say a prayer moments right there. And that was one. When you go back to that pinch twist, it's definitely a tight fit. So now we can get rid of this. Maybe. There we go. I knew I could do it. I knew it. I think it's because I haven't been to the gym. Maybe that's why that was so. So. All right. So there he is right there. You can see little bunny sitting on top of an egg. Let me go ahead and turn him sideways there. 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 Hey, what'd I tell you? Come on. Don't be like that. So. Let me go ahead and draw his face on there, and that will bring this design to an end. And then I guess I'll continue flapping my gums about going to SeaWorld for that audition. I'll tell you some of the tricks I did, actually. Alrighty? So we'll draw a little face in there. There we go. Ah, there he is. Okay, good. And we'll do there. Yeah, so I got there, and it was a... there you go. So I'm just consistently drawing the same face. I was easy to do. Okay, so I'll go ahead. There we go. One more time. Alrighty. And just like that, your bunny can hit the road. Oh, by the way, he's on here like this, just kind of floating around. You could definitely weight him down to something if he stays, to get him to stay upright if you want. But also if you put him, use a quick link, you can definitely attach him to a bracelet if you want. Okay, so it'll be up to you. Again, I just want to make sure you have a little something else to walk away with. Okay, there you go. Well, let me talk about just real quick. I've made what should have been a short story longer than it had to be. Uh, so I went there and I just did some rubber band magic tricks, a trick with a little handkerchief and a dollar, and then another trick where a card trick. That's it. That's pretty much all I did, and it was really cool. And one of the ladies that was there, I guess she's the person in charge of your look. She goes, "You're cool, but when you walked in, I thought you were Amish because you just had like these, I had like these browns and grays and blacks and stuff like that." And she goes, "I really thought, that if we put some color on you, then you'll be halfway decent." And pretty much that's all it was. And I worked that whole summer as a magician, and that made me actually stay in this business. So there we go. I actually made what was going to be a super long story into just a long story. How about that? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go over another design. And this was based off of another story from Blackpool. Blackpool. Who has been to Blackpool? Raise your hand. All right. If you believe in telekinesis, raise my hand. All right. So let's go ahead and get to that design, shall we? I'm going to make this has to do with the hotel breakfast. By the way, black pudding, holy macaroni. That is a very interesting taste. I remember I was there with Mr. Daniel Jefferson at the convention, and I told him, I was like, I was like trying to eat it and like keep a straight face, like it's okay, like it's not that bad, but definitely, I told him like it's definitely something that you're gonna want to definitely hit it hard with some like cheese whiz or something, to help chase it or help it something that'll complement it. I don't know. With cheese and black pudding, almost the same thing. Who knows as far as quality? But let's go ahead and get this design going, shall we? Before I talk too much and not do what I'm supposed to do, and that is twist you guys, not just give you ear beating. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to use the green balloon. I'm going to use this to make a small, easy wand, and then we're going to attach the balloon on top of it. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alrighty. By the way, the Blackpool Balloon Convention was super cool. The only thing I would say that was like even just a tad bit like negative as far as my experience was, and this is not about the convention, actually, it was about the airport. Oh my Lord. You know what? Maybe it's my fault, but I thought they took a little long, looking at my stuff, and I was a minimalist, God forbid, like you take a lot of stuff. So anyway, let's do about almost in, and the only reason I was aggravated by it is because, when you're walking through the airport and they do like a last call for somebody, and you think, oh, they're not going to say my name. They said my name this time, and I had to huff and puff like all the way back, or all the way to, the gate. And I thought like, oh, I'm going to see my plane fly off, and I'm going to be, home alone, or whatever. And so anyway, so I get over there, and dude, the person's just like on their phone, I'm like, that's me. And she goes, okay, you're good. Go on in. The pilot's still over at the counter ordering his coffee, and he's not in no hurry. Here I am, having a sweat while I'm like trying to get to the gate. But anyway, that was the only thing. But maybe it's my fault. Maybe I need to leave sooner next time. So I just created our 3 loops here, and I'm gonna go ahead. I have enough balloon on the end here, so we can twist that in there. All right, twist that around. There we go. Yeah, buddy. No, we're not going for a half. All right, but no, we're gonna go ahead and split this in half. There we go. Now we can twist this. Do that, and then we'll go back up to the top here. Cool. There we go. So let's go ahead and get our grab a blush balloon and a brown balloon. Okay, a mocha, or you know, you can even do a dark brown, or actually you can even do a gray if you wish to do so. All right, a gray or a mocha, either one of those are going to look good for this design. All right, so and if you want to grab a second or a 350, I know I said 260. You want to do a 350 for the tail on this design? Be my guest. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Alrighty, let's go ahead and grab the old blush balloon here. Ready? Now, when you get ready to tie this balloon off, I want you to leave a tail on it. Okay, not a tail on this end, you wise guy. A tail on this end here, like that. Okay. Tail there. There we go. Dang, we're like in the let's see. This is like already hour 6 or so. Are you ballooned out yet, or are you like Captain America? You could do this all day. Is that right? Is that what it is? All right. Well, then let's keep going, shall we? All right. So I'm gonna do about a 3 finger, and then we'll do another one just like it. There we go. Oops. There we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll twist there, and because I left that nozzle, now we can go ahead and pull it through the middle there. See that? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of them and then I'll twist it. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Now, very important. I took that balloon off camera, like as soon as possible. And the idea is that when you're doing this out in the real world, you don't want the balloon to stay like that for very long. Okay, so make sure you got to have the balloon ready to go, because you know, everybody thinks they graduated past 15 years old, and that is not true in this world. Okay, right away, everybody's gonna be like, "What's that look like?" You know. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going, shall we? I have the balloon down below. That way, we can keep the comments to a minimum. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a squish. Alrighty. And so you can actually twist this into the bubbles, actually. Okay, I'll bring it back up again so you can see. So twist them in right there. And I'm actually going to go underneath it, come out the other side. Alrighty, there we go. Let me go and bring it up there so you can see. So I just connected the two, is all I did. And so we'll do a segment. Then we'll follow it by, that's about 2 to 3 fingers. And then we'll do a pinch twist. So as we start to make this design, let me tell you about. So what happened is we're in the hotel in Blackpool, and oh, by the way, here's where we are. Okay, so we got our 2 pinch twists there, and then we got another one there. There we go. And now we can wrap this, go underneath our pinch twist. Okay. So this is where we are right now. Okay. And so we're in the hotel, and Darren, he's going to be on here as well. I'm pretty sure Darren Mortarboy. Oh, by the way, everybody, please, if you're not friends with Darren Mortarboy, please do so. He's out there doing some, you know, he's risking, you know, his life. He's going out there and checking out the grocery stores. If you haven't done so, go check it out. I mean, he's really, you know, he's doing a tough job, you know. Really good job, Darren. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue with this as we talk about what Darren told me. Darren told me that there was going to be some square sausage. Some square sausage that I could ask for from the chef. Oh, by the way, I'm going to pinch twist this right here. Okay. He says, "Yeah, there's going to be some square sausage. Go ask the chef, and he'll get it to you at breakfast." You know, but I didn't think anything of it. But bonehead me hears him and thinks he says squirrel sausage, right? And so I show up to my class thinking like, oh, I'm going to hit him with a little bit of, you know, a little something that I heard today that I thought was, you know, maybe everybody didn't know about this. You know, maybe I got a little bit of oh, by the way, excuse me. Bubble. Excuse me. This is going to be like the little arms for our characters. So we had our pinch twist there. And then we do the arm, little hand, and the other side of the arm. We're going to go around the front here to the pinch twist. Okay, to the pinch twist. Ready? There we go. So that's what we have so far. Okay, turn it that way. There we go. Okay, so anyway, there we go. Pinch twist. Alrighty, so before we go any farther with the rest of the brown, we're going to go ahead and break our this piece right here. Remember the that wand that we made earlier? You can bring it back because we're going to attach the two. Alrighty. We're just going to attach it right there. There we go. Now we can get rid of this. Alrighty. Don't need it. Trash. So yeah, so I go into my class and I'm like, what's up, y'all? Did you get that squirrel sausage? The sausage. Everybody, of course, enlightened me to my knucklehead. It's square, square sausage, bro. I just thought like that they just it was delicacy, and people were just getting those squirrels. Anyway, I guess I digress. But squirrel sausage. And so on that note, we're gonna make ourselves a little squirrel here. What do you think? So far, so good, huh? Little cutie. Ready? And now we can go ahead and take the tail and give it a little bit of a shape there. Now, when you do this, when you curl the balloon like that, let it. See, I shocked it a little bit, but let it go slowly. There you go. That way we can get that tail to curl up there a little bit. See? Ta-da! Okay. That looks good. And then last but not least, we're going to put a little nose on him. Nose. Okay. And we'll do, I got a black balloon here, so we can make a little black balloon for the nose. We'll be good to go. So yeah, if you see in the comments, sometimes people will write squirrel sausage or yeah, squirrel sausage. Now you know. It was because I'm an idiot. Oh no, wait, no, I take that back. Not an idiot. Just don't hear very well. If you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and make his little nose there. And he will be ready. Alrighty, go ahead and trim off your excess here. There you go. Oh, by the way, I have a super cool cutter here hanging from my neck. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Let me go ahead and make sure you can see it there. Oh, wow, look at this pattern. It's all camouflaged when you hold it up against there. Over here, let me hold it up there. There we go. Turn it sideways. Ta-da, handy dandy. There you go. And if you're curious about where you can get one, just reach out to me. I got a buddy of mine that makes them. Actually, I think she did a super cool job. There's even like a little Lego name tag going with it. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and attach the nose there. So you can see you got your little squirrel, and because the squirrel is like it or not, they are a rodent. And the only reason they get a pass, is their tail. I think that's the only reason they get a pass. But because they are, I'm going to go ahead and give him a little, give him little eyes. There we go. Alrighty, you ever done that thing? I challenge you, go out there after you see this, or wake up tomorrow and be like, try this. But I remember I used to, and I think this has been around now, but it's just something you can ask, is ask someone to spell yes, and they'll be like, yes, why yes? They'll spell it, and then ask him, what does E-Y-E-S spell? And they might be like, E-S? No, wrong, it spells eyes. So anyway, nail them with it if you can. You know what I'm saying? It's like the old rooster on the rooftop. right? If he lays the egg, which way does it go? No way, roosters don't lay eggs. All right, let's move forward, shall we? Let's do some more. Let's do some more balloon twisting, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a variation on the. We had the sword design from earlier, but I want to make sure that we have another design that you could do if you don't want to make that for your little Easter bunny. Okay, and it's as easy to do. Pretty darn easy. And that one, because it was supposed to be a wand, you could definitely tell them, hey, this one actually is a sword. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna make our little bunny. We'll make him. We'll go for blue. Oh, blue bunny. Yep, there we go. Okay. Like that. So far, so good. So what we'll do is we'll start from the bottom, and then we'll make his. And then we'll go. Yeah, we'll just start from the legs, and then we'll go up. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. And I'm going to go about there's going to be pretty good. So you see that portion is longer than that portion. Does that make sense there? You see that? It's longer than that. Okay. All right. So we'll get the other little leg there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in. I don't want to lose that. Okay. All right. So now I can go in with my white balloon. Ready? Let me go and get one of those. Or any light color balloon if you have it. You could definitely do that. All righty. So let's go ahead and. Good. And we'll do a loop, followed by another loop. Good. Okay. Now I can go ahead and twist this in. It's going to be our little neck area here. There we go. Alrighty. So this is what we have so far. And so now we're going to do, let's see, I might have underinflated this, but we'll try either way. That's happens sometimes. You go out to events and you're thinking like, okay, how many times have I done this before? Has it been a while since I did it? And you got your proportions wrong. In this case, it's gonna be right on the money, actually. Alrighty, so I just went up the back here. Let me go ahead and pretend you don't see the white balloon. There you go. Alrighty, and so you see I went there, then here, and then I'm back to here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match these two guys up in just a moment. Alrighty. So let's go do that now. I said in just a moment, like now, this moment. Right? So let me go ahead and twist that around there. There we go. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and add, because we have this white balloon left over here. So what's nice about this is you can easily, if you're crunched for time, you can definitely leave this portion here, like one portion of the facer, and draw on that if you wish to do so. But I have all this white balloon left over, so now I can go ahead and use it actually. So I'm going to just decide, okay, I want this to be the same as this here. So we can go ahead and get rid of that white balloon, and I'm letting the air out of it, but I'm not going to tie it, okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it through the ears there. And just pull it down. There we go. Now I just tuck it inside there. Okay. And so what happens is we end up with this kind of this rabbit with a huge nose sticking out. You see that? But what we're going to do is we can go ahead and twist this off. But I'm not going to try to pinch twist that because that'll be very difficult to do. But what I can do is I can put a little hole in that. And now I can go wrap it around there. Okay. I'm going to hide that away. Okay. There we go. So here we are right here. There's your bunny. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an orange balloon and we're going to use that to turn it into a sword, actually. Okay. I'm not too concerned about it having green on it, but I just want to make sure that it turns into a sword at the end for them to play with. Ready? I'm going to do it now. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into the balloon and I'll pass it through the legs. Ready? There we go. We'll pass it through the other side. Now the reason I did the, there we go. Sweet, there you go. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and trim the rest of this down. I don't need all of that. I'm done now. So because we had those, you know, we got our legs there, now we got a place for them to put their hands, hold on to it, okay? There you go. Check it out. Bat, bat, bat. Ready? Let me go ahead and draw on it a little bit, and then that'll be the end of this design. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we'll put his little eyes on there. Okie dokie. There it is. All right. Tell me if you made it to the end of that. Thumbs up. You'd be like, man, dude, I made that. Or you'd be like, bro, I couldn't make that. Slow down. Slow down, please. All right. Maybe in the next one I will. Okay. So let me go ahead and put that over to the side. Goodbye, bunny. Goodbye. There it is. All right. So let's go ahead and twist some more. We'll make another bunny that you can use. Actually, I want to go with a. I might have time to do this. I'll find out actually because I'm not actually looking at the time. I was just going to keep going to make sure that I have making stuff for you guys. And so real quick, I'll tell you what. We'll go as far as we can with this design, actually, and that is. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we'll probably do like I'll go as fast as I can for it. Give you like we'll start with the top portion of it, and then we'll try to make the we'll talk about the bottom. Maybe just describe the bottom portion. So let's go ahead and start with the top portion of it, and that is. I want to do like, let me bring it back up for an example, okay? Just so you know. We're going to do something similar to this on the top, but the bottom is going to be, around balloons, in clusters, so we can actually use it for a centerpiece if we wish to do so. So we're going to make a bunny using a similar design as this, alrighty? So I know I said 260s, but for that design, you'll want to use some 350s. Actually, just really one 350 probably you can get away with it just for the main portion. Okay, so let me just make it and you can see. Okay, and follow along if you wish to do so. We'll give it a shot. See how far along we can get here. At least we'll make the bunny portion, and then there'll be other decorators on here as well. They'll probably talk about how you can make a base for it. Maybe I will get on them. Maybe I will hound them in the message. I'll be like, hey, please, can you do this or that? They were like, bro, leave me alone. Okay, so we'll do is bubble. Okay. Twist there. So remember, you can easily make this out of a 260 instead. But I just wanted to make sure I give it a little more, oomph. Or explode it. Let me try again. Let's see. Let's do it again. Because I'm not going to use all of the balloon for it anyway. So there we go. We soften up a little more. Maybe that's what it was. I was too hard on it. Is that what it was? Okay. This is definitely feels a little bit softer than the other. Yahtzee, there it is. All right, cool. Good. So now we can go ahead and finish up the rest of it. Let's go ahead and make the little bunny portion for us just so you can see it, and then so we're gonna do just like we did before. We're gonna wrap it in there so we can kind of go up here. We got a little face area there. Get our ears. We can pull that through. Lock that. Don't want to lose that. Okay, and we'll come right back down. Now, what's nice about this is you could definitely add. You could have started like with the nose there with this color, but if I were to do this, I would do like a different color for the nose, right? So I'm just gonna go here, bubble, second bubble, pinch twist. Okay, then we'll make our arms. Okay. We're gonna go around the front here. Into the pinch twist in the back there. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do another bubble, pinch twist, and then we can have another. We'll make this a little bit longer. Okay, good. Oops. Make sure we keep it there so you can actually see it. Oops. Okay. Let me get this was a rose color that I used. I'm going to go ahead and grab a pink so we can at least give him his nose. And then like I said, if you wish to do so, oops, pardon me. We got to speed up here a little bit as I finish up. I at least want to finish with the little nose in there and talk about what you can do for the bottom. There you go. Okay, let me give that a quick squish. Okay, so as I close out here, my apologies that I didn't get to the end of this design, but you can see pretty much what it was going to be. You can definitely do a carrot like this one here for it, okay? You can definitely attach the two, already? Matter of fact, okay, that's not happening. I thought I had time to do that, but I just want to make sure that, you know, I got this piece here so you can actually see. So definitely put the carrot underneath it as well. But if you make this all 350s, this design, of course, you have to use a couple more. You can definitely use this as a centerpiece that you can use. And you can add, you know, some foils to it and all that kind of fun stuff. But definitely check out the decor classes to give yourself some ideas. But I definitely want to thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed the video or the balloons that you saw. I have a YouTube channel, JLo Magic. Check me out over there. Maybe some of you guys have been on it. I really appreciate you guys, everybody that has. But Stephanie's up next, so check her video out. She does some super amazing line work stuff, I believe is what she's going to do. So, you know, just because I'm done doesn't mean you should check out. Remember, put your job on the line if you have to, okay? All right. So anyway, I'm kidding. Don't. See you guys. Bye.
Hey, Juan.
Hello, Juan.
Hey.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thanks, dude. My pleasure.
You, yeah, it was really, really good, and you didn't stop. I don't think you even paused for breath.
No. I lost count now of the 2 or 3 things that made me laugh out loud.
Yes. Yeah, I like the one where it was somebody had ran over the bunny, and it's like, don't worry, it's a sad story. And I was like, no, he's going to use the hair restorer joke. And I was like, why didn't I see it coming? Yeah. We really loved you, so thank you very much. And there's a lot of love in the chat. I saw tons of nuggets of gold coming up through the screen.
So many.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, get yourself over at some point and check out Juan's YouTube channel. And obviously subscribe to him as well. You know, support him. He supported us. He's doing this for free for you guys. So get out there and support him too, because we really appreciate it. And I think I can see we're going to get one back on the Q Corner channel on a normal episode at some point.
Just for us, well. I enjoyed it
because we really, really love your work. And yeah, super cute, super sellable. I think the chat messages said it themselves.
Yeah, so. You want to go back through and read some of those that were awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
that'd be cool.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Okay, you take care.
Bye for now. Bye bye.